Hey everyone. Okay, so jumping right into it, the start of the chapter sees God destroy a village by summoning rain and slowly morphing it into giant pillars of water in order to crash down the village and kill and destroy everything. And this whole scene definitely gives me those sort of false god stolen power vibes. As in this being pretending to be God feels very much like Old Testament kind of stuff with Lucifer's attempt to steal God's powers, except in this case actually succeeding and becoming the first sort of new God. So it's the devil like steal becoming God in a way. Uh, and of course, given how this is a fantasy story, it begs the question if is it raises the question of whose powers did God steal and make his own? Was it the true God? Did he actually steal the powers of the true God of this world, or or is it the case that or is it just the idea that all these powers we're seeing that this false god wield are these his powers and he's just parading them around as godly? It's one of those scenarios where those are pretty much the pretty much two scenarios I'm imagining in my head as being the most likely case, and it's just a matter of like of the series kind of just going forward which one is the more likely scenario of the two. Um, with that said, we do get two major reveals about Yakuto in this chapter, which is that while seeing Yakuto spy on the Dead Rock teachers meeting, it is which it's revealed to us that the to us that in his past that God had destroyed his village and pretty much killed his family, but also that he had been supposedly cursed. Now, taking these two bits of information into consideration, the way I've pieced together is I think it's almost sounding like God cursed Yakuto with the root of the dragon, of the black dragon, and in doing so, it caused his power to rampage out of control, inevitably massacring his own village and killing his family. Either that, or Yakuto already had the powers of the dragon, but God had taken control of him and had him just massacre his whole village. It's I'm definitely leaning maybe a little more in the latter category, but whatever the case, that's sort of how I'm generally viewing it right now, especially after the display God gave us at the beginning of the chapter. And then there's also the other twist to this, which is that after being found out, Yakuto comes across the cat girl from the previous chapter, who reveals that Yakuto's curse is spreading and that he doesn't have much time left. Now, on top of this obvious question of who this girl is, because she seems to know Yakuto, I do like how Yakuto is on borrowed time, and that for him it is in fact a do or die mission. Either he kills God or dies from the curse. And thankfully, this is giving me even more like good vibes of that people are going to die in the climax. Maybe even Yakuto himself. And if that is the case, it's one thing I'm hoping Mashima stays the course on. Like, stick to your guns, don't change anything, just keep going. If you're gonna kill people, Mashima, then just go for it. Don't even like don't even change direction. Just if you're going to kill someone, just pretty much do it. I think we pretty much love you all the more for it at this point. Like, you've already done two series where you kind of save all the characters, so just go the opposite and just say kill them all. Kill them all, or even just some of them. But yeah. With that said, this chapter sets even more of the dynamic at play, which is it's revealed through the teacher meeting that Yakuto and all the others in his class truly are like the lowest rank in class, making them like prime targets for all the other students. So it's very much Mashima putting his own demented twist on the assassination classroom dynamic, and in typical Mashima fashion, I love his twisted sense of irony as all the while that Luzin, one of the demon teachers, is boasting about sending students to kill Class F, the reverse ends up happening with Class F massacring all the other students. Like, the comedic timing in that whole scene is perfection, is perfection and executed like brilliantly. And And of course made all the better when Makoto continues to prove the point that you should not fuck with the necromancer in the party, as immediately after all the students are killed, she raises them up to kill the only living one, which is the pretty boy. Like, that is brutal karma at its finest. Now, I guess, now, obviously, as you've probably noticed, I haven't talked about the teachers, and you're wondering what my thoughts are on just the designs of the teachers and whatnot. Now, and truthfully, I don't have all that much to say about the teachers, because frankly, the as far as design wise, the teachers do feel like some of the more atypical Mashima designs compared to like the main cast, and even more so some of the secondary student teachers and students. But the only one who does kind of stand out for me is Lilith, the succubus teacher, and that's mostly because even by the expectations of a succubus character, Mashima still went crazy with her design more than he ever needed to. Like practically, it's almost the case where Lilith is almost over designed in ways, but it's like, yeah, I just love how crazy he went with Lilith's design. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, be sure to notification bell with the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight of Night signing off. Later, everyone.